Well, we may not be able to agree on which team is the best team in the country, but we can probably all agree that preseason polls are completely meaningless. Unless, of course, you host a sports talk radio show, in which case they are perfect fodder for conversation and debate. You have to remember that college football is played on the field between the hash marks and the end zones. It's not played in the coaches' poll. So while USC enjoyed a short, brief stint as the #1 team in the country, they still have a lot to prove on the field, especially in the second half of the season, as injuries may pile up and that big question mark as to depth on the defense becomes more glaringly obvious. And if you're a Trojan fan or a college football fan, isn't that the way you'd want it? Wouldn't you rather the game be decided actually on the field between the players and the minds of the coaches rather than the opinion of prognosticators and journalists around the country? That's why we love college football. So while people may be upset that USC has been dethroned as the top team in the country, I say that makes perfect sense. #1, Alabama is the defending national champion. No team in the country has done anything to dethrone that concept. #2, USC does have a lot to prove, and I think they're well able to prove anything that anyone wants to ask of them. And #3, let's not forget that we're basing an argument on completely erroneous information, which is these preseason polls. Let's enjoy the games every Saturday and see what happens. See what kind of message USC sends against Syracuse. Does the Pac-12 perhaps assert a little bit more dominance in the national scene? Those preseason polls are more meaningless. You know the stickers on fruit? Yeah. More meaningful than preseason polls. You know the gum at the bottom of your shoe after you leave a USC game? More meaningful than the preseason poll. The guy who gets second place in your third fantasy league? Yeah. That's a more meaningful position than anything a preseason poll can draw out. Pointless. You know the guy who's 40 and he's still bragging about being prom king? Yeah. Better than preseason polls. You know the guy at McDonald's that takes 45 minutes to order as though he's never been there before? Better than preseason polls.